Hi friends, a very warm welcome to Nick's Academy, and very nice that we are going to start this new academic year for all the class 12 students. I welcome all of them for this new fresh academic year after the pandemic, and we are happy that everyone is safe and sound. And yes, so to introduce Nick's Academy is located at Roypeta. You can contact us on the number 7200031432, or you can go to our website www.nextacademy.com. You can fill in the form so that we will contact you for any kind of help support. Apart from that, we have our app also hosted on the Play Store, which you can always download and use that. It has a lot of courses, and we are conducting a lot of physical courses actually. So you can attend them physical and be benefited from them. If by any chance if you're not able to attend due to distance, so you can download from our app and you can subscribe to the course and you can attend them online. So this is the first introduction of NICS. So let's get into the first topic, which is financial statement of not-for-profit organization. Yes, I will write it down. Financial statements of not-for-profit organizations. So what do you mean by financial statements of not-for-profit organizations? So first of all, you should know what I mean by not-for-profit organization. So not-for-profit organization, the word itself is clear. They are not with any profit motive. Okay. For example, let's take a hospital. The hospital has not started to make profit. They are doing some service to the public. They want all people to be, treated at par. They should be given all the treatment so that they recover. The profit is not the motive behind building that hospital. Okay, nowadays though there are a lot of private hospitals which are charging a different. So let's not get into that argument. But we know that hospitals as such are not for profit organizations. So we'll keep that in mind. Also, I'll give one more example of clubs. Let's assume you go for a cricket club. Okay. Then what happens? They are going to have a big playground. They're going to have some, bats and balls and all those supplies will be there. And then they will conduct annual events. They'll collect some funds and they'll be running the club. So over there also the profit is not the motive. They can't make big profit also anyways. So all these things are some basic examples which I can suggest at this point of time for you people to understand about whom we are going to discuss. So just keep in mind about an hospital. You can keep in mind about a cricket club or a sports club, which we are going to use as our for our discussion and for all our further understanding of this topic. Okay, so I'm going to use the book which is prescribed by this most of the schools. That is the T.S. Garewal book will be there, and we will be using the latest edition. Okay, sometimes there can be difference. The edition, slight differences will be there, but that is okay. There will be a small plus and minus the questions. That is fine. Okay. So coming to the topic over here. So like I said, we'll start with these examples. Now we will see what is the meaning and concept of not-for-profit organization. If you see so these not-for-profit organizations are known as non-profit organization. Non-profit organizations. Why? They are set up with the objective to further cultural, health, religious, public services. Okay, so the purpose of why they have formed is for cultural, health, religious, and public services. Now, the examples over here will be colleges, hospitals, then sports clubs. I'm just writing a few of them, not everything. Okay, so these are few of the examples. Now we will see. So now uh, these organizations have to run, right? How are they going to get the funds? So from where do they get the funds for the organization? So first we'll see what is the source. So where do we get the funds for these organizations? Number one, the main source of the funds is going to be donations. Okay, so a lot of people donate money to these non-for-profit organizations, especially for hospitals. If someone is recovered well and they feel that yes, I should do something for the hospital, so they might donate some money. Some people also donate out of concern for maybe they're believing that the poor people need to be helped. So all those things are there. So they might go for a donation. So this is the first thing. That is the first source of income for any non-for-profit organizations going to be donation. Okay. What is the next one? They might have something called a membership fee or an entrance fee. For example, if this sports club is there, and if at any point of time, if I want to join that club, obviously I should become a member. I should pay a membership fee. I should pay an entrance fee. If I don't pay, I might not be allowed to join that club. Okay, so that is the first step. That is a membership fee. Then there can be a subscription. So it's very similar to membership fee, but here the thing is that there can be a period-based subscription. For example, you might have a monthly subscription, you might have a quarterly subscription, you might have a half-yearly subscription or an annual subscription. So if you're going to pay that subscription, you will be part of that organization. So that is possible. So that is one point. Then we have something called loans. They may take loan from the bank, okay, for running the organization. Also, they might get some grants from the government. Grants from the government. So what they do with these grants, they might get these grants from the government for building a maybe a block. Okay, they already have 2 3 blocks. They're going to have one more block. So that is how they build their blocks or more buildings and more. Maybe if it is a sports club, they might build a stadium. Okay, they might build a hall. Okay, a practice session. All those things will be done. So they'll get the government grants which will be used. Okay, so this is the 5 sources from which the funds are collected by these organizations, either through donation, by membership fee, subscription, loans, or grants. Okay. Now, so what are the characteristics? Okay. So we see the characteristics. So first we'll start with the characteristics of or the features of this non-for-profit organization. Number one, they are going to be it's an entity. What do you mean by entity? That is, they are having a separate legal entity, okay, from its promoters. Both are not going to be the same. They will be a separate legal entity apart from their promoters. So that is entity. The next one is purpose. So why are they formed? They are formed for either cultural, educational, religious, or for professional objective, and to render public service. So that is the purpose of which they have been formed. Then ownership. So who is going to have the ownership? The ownership, since it is set up by individual and or companies as charitable society or trust, but it is not owned by them. It always belongs to the society. It always belongs to the society. It doesn't belong to the people who have actually formed it. Then profit is not the objective. Profit is not the objective. So what happens when the organization is formed? They know that yes, we have not done it for making profit. So profit is not the objective. We want to do some service to the organization, to the public at large, and so. But what happens? Sometimes you might get some money more than what you actually spent. That will be called as surplus. I repeat, that will be called as surplus. SURPLUS. The surplus is going to be used for the maintenance of your assets and other operations. Next. Then management. So the management is going to be the group of individuals. They will be mostly called as trustees and managing committee. So they will be taking care of the entire trust. So they will be called as what? Trustees. Okay, please remember the trustees will take care of the management. Then funds. We have already discussed about funds. So they'll be getting the funds either through donations or through membership fee or either through subscription. So that is the sources from which they are going to get the funds. Okay. The next is going to be financial statements. So what is this financial statements? The financial statements we are going to prepare as we learn. We will be preparing all these financial statements. Number one is going to be every year we are going to prepare the receipt and payment account. Then we will prepare the income and expenditure account, and we will prepare the balance sheet. So there are three things which we will be preparing. I repeat: receipt and payment account, income and expenditure, and balance sheet. Of course, we are going to go through the formats one by one very quickly. Okay. So now, so what is the difference between? We will get into the next part. That is, what is the difference between a non-profit organization and profit organization? Very important question.